CBS47 Action News Jax begins with breaking news.
And that breaking news, there's a manhunt going on right now to find the gunman who shot a clerk at this check cashing store. Getting a live look from the scene right now.
That shooting caused 2 local elementary schools to go on lockdown. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Phil Amato.
And I'm Dawn Lopez. That check cashing store is on University Boulevard in Spring Glen. Action News Jax Alicia Tarancon is there live right now. Alicia, we do know that clerk who was shot will be okay.
Yeah, earlier when we got out here, we saw a store clerk that was clutching her arm when we got out here around 8:30 this morning. Now, police tell us she was taken to a nearby hospital and wasn't seriously hurt. But now we want you to go ahead and take a look at this scene. This is the checks cash store that was robbed. Now, officers couldn't give us a good description of the suspect, but one neighbor says they're looking for a man believed to be in a red hoodie. The robbery happened early this morning at the checks cash business at the busy intersection of Atlantic and University. LaJamie Sutton lives a block down the street, and when she opened her door, she saw police in her front yard.
I noticed that a couple of officers were walking down the street carrying AK-47s like it was no big deal.
Police tell us the clerk was alone when they were shot and when the suspect took off. Dozens of police were called out to the robbery scene. We noticed police all along Atlantic Boulevard carrying rifles. They were searching through neighborhoods, in backyards for any sign of the gunman. We even noticed police bringing in their canine unit. JSO tells me they have 2 elementary schools on lockdown just as a precaution. Sutton says she's taking her own precautions until the gunman is caught.
But my doors are still closed and I'm keeping them locked until I know that the activity's died down.
And currently, investigators say they're reviewing surveillance video from inside this business to see if they could give us a better description of that suspect. We also spoke with a neighbor who uses this business, and coming up at 5, you're going to hear why this robbery hit so close to home. Reporting live in Spring Glen, Alicia Tarancon, CBS47 Action News Jax.
Taking a live look now at First Alert Doppler HD, where rain, as you can see, is on the way, almost here. Get ready now, too, because storms and possible severe weather could hit your neighborhood within hours.
Action News Jax First Alert meteorologist Corey Sim is here with us right now. And Corey, our viewers in southeast Georgia already seen some rain. More is on the way now.
Most of the rain has been up there. Some heavy showers headed for Waycross. Starting to see some spotty showers in Duval. Basically this noon. It's been a cloudy start, though we got some peaks of sun earlier this morning. That just kind of helps fuel the thunderstorms that will get going later. First Alert Doppler HD starting to light up, though. So we zoom into Duval County. Here we go. Some spotty showers here just north of Heckscher Drive and the St. Johns River, and some light spotty shower activity on the west beltway of 295. Tracking a couple of these showers on the west side, reaching down into Clay County for downtown Jacksonville in about 4 minutes at 12:06. Bayard, 12:22. Atlantic Beach and the beaches just before 12:30. Heavy shower moving back into Waycross. Those of you in Waycross had some rain just a matter of minutes ago, and it's coming again by 12:10. They're in Waycross. Astoria at 12:14, and then Blackshear at 12:19. More thunderstorms expected to develop. I'm going to time those out hour by hour when they arrive in your neighborhood in the First Alert forecast.
All right. Thank you, Corey. Breaking news, Democratic presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren is out of the race. This comes following disappointing numbers in Super Tuesday. That leaves Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders as the Democratic frontrunners. No word yet on who she will be endorsing.
Right now, we are working to learn the name of the man accused of setting this house on fire in the Woodland Acres area in Arlington. As you can see, there is some major damage here on Dandy Avenue. Action News Jax showed you this video in Action News Jax this morning, and you can see a security guard who lives next door stop a man and handcuff him until police could get there. Action News Jax Christy Turner is there live in Woodland Acres this noon. Christy, neighbors tell us the suspect is the son of the woman who lives at that house.
And the woman was inside when the fire started. She made it out okay, but neighbors tell me she is really shaken up today. I spoke to the man who lives next door. He says he broke these boards, snapped them to create a hole in the fence so the woman could crawl to safety. Investigators say the home here on Dandy Avenue was intentionally set on fire and the suspect is in custody. If we walk toward the front of the house, you can see the roof caved in and the fire charred the top part of this home. The flames appear to have even reached the car that was parked in the driveway. It's quiet on this street now, but it's a drastic difference from the chaos out here last night. This dramatic cell phone video shows a neighbor hold the suspect at gunpoint to make sure he didn't get away before police arrived. Family says the man suffers from a mental illness. Action News Jax spoke to the neighbor who jumped into action to help. He says the suspect admitted he set the house on fire.
And I'm sitting there like, wait, so you started this? And so when he was like, he had to show it, kept saying it, and we all just like, huh? So once he said that, I just ran to my house and grabbed my handcuffs and made sure he stayed here, and then just detained him right here.
Action News Jax requested the suspect's arrest report. I'm also working to speak with family members to learn more about the suspect's history. I'll have more for you tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live in Arlington, Christy Turner, CBS47 Action News Jax.
Developing out of St. Johns County now, take a good look at this new picture of a wanted suspect. St. Johns County deputies need your help finding Eric Ritters for vehicular homicide. They say he was last seen in St. Augustine. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers.
Jacksonville University is on defense right now, taking precaution against the coronavirus. In the meantime, the world's leading provider for diagnostic information services is launching a test for the coronavirus. Right now, California is under a state of emergency because of it after its first death for this illness. The victim is a passenger on a cruise ship that's being held off the coast right now. 11 people have died from the virus in the United States. 4 others have tested positive for the coronavirus in Florida. And today, the U.S. Senate is set to vote on an emergency coronavirus funding package. It will allocate $8 billion to fight the spread of it. The Senate is expected to vote on that bill after 1 p.m.
The thousands of guests aboard the Jacksonville-based cruise ship at the center of a health scare returned home this morning. Saturday, Action News Jax was the only station there as first responders took a crew to UF Health for observation. New at noon, Action News Jax Beth Russo was talking with passengers about how this was all handled.
We're here at Jacksport, and this road is where we saw first responders rush in to help the crew member of the Carnival Ecstasy. Passengers tell me that they weren't really sure what was happening, but thought that it could have something to do with the coronavirus.
Carnival Ecstasy passengers are back on dry land for the first time since setting sail on Saturday.
We had a great time. We went to the Bahamas.
The cruisers tell me the fast-spreading coronavirus wasn't even on their minds as they boarded until they noticed first responders flooding Jacksport.
We had seen a lot of emergency vehicles out here at the gate. We didn't know what it was about.
Action News Jax showed you Saturday when Mayor Lenny Curry took to social media tweeting that JFRD was called to the cruise terminal for a sick crew member after 2,500 passengers had disembarked. In a later statement, he said the patient was no longer being evaluated for the coronavirus and that this response was based on info from the cruise ship personnel and the patient's travel history.
We were told as there was a crew member that had got sick and it was reported wrong. So that was why our delay was, to make sure everything was good that way.
A Carnival spokesperson tells Action News Jax this appeared to be a miscommunication. The crew member went to the hospital for a routine observation, and it's not a suspected COVID-19 case.
The crew reacted very positively and very respectfully to all the passengers.
Passengers tell me that they do have some advice for anyone traveling as the coronavirus spreads. All of that for you all new on Action News Jax at 5. Reporting at Jacksport, Beth Russo, Action News Jax.
You can learn how to prevent the coronavirus and decipher fact from fiction when it comes to that illness on actionnewsjax.com.
California is still counting ballots days after Super Tuesday. Right now, it looks like Bernie Sanders will win the state. Action News Jax told you yesterday when Mike Bloomberg dropped out of the race, and now he's endorsing former Vice President Joe Biden. Biden won 10 out of 14 primaries on Tuesday. Next week, primary voters will cast their ballots in 6 more states. You have Washington, Idaho, North Dakota, Missouri, Mississippi, and Michigan. Michigan has the most delegates, by the way, up for grabs with 125. Experts say it's a make or break state for the candidates.
All right, runners, it's almost time to lace up those sneakers. The Gate River Run is just 2 days away. If you still need some gear, the Runners Expo opens today. It's open through Saturday. You can find it at the Jacksonville Fairgrounds. There will be over 100 booths there. Parking is located in the stadium parking lots across from the Jacksonville Fairgrounds. The race director says today would be a good day to check it out.
I'd encourage you to come on Thursday. It's more enjoyable on Thursday when it's not so packed, because Friday it gets really crowded.
So go right now, right? The expo is open today until 6 o'clock tonight.
And Phil, just take a look here. This is a look at the full course of that 15K run. This is the route that you'll take right here. Runners will start downtown, going over the Main Street Bridge through San Marco and then down Atlantic Boulevard before they take on the Green Monster known as the Heart Bridge. And more than 20,000 runners are expected to be there. So if you're driving downtown, these are all of the lots where you can find a parking spot. Many of them here off Gator Bowl Boulevard. You have a couple here off A. Philip Randolph, not very far from the baseball grounds. If you want to beat the traffic downtown, the St. Johns River Taxi will open at 6:30 Saturday morning. And then for the runners, here's a heads up for you. There's a new starting line this year. It's on Duval Street, right in front of the fairgrounds, right there off A. Philip Randolph again. And you'll finish down the road right here at TIAA Bank Field in the same spot as last year. And then once you are done, you can unwind at the post-race area at the fairgrounds, or we should say this is right off Talleyrand here. We're told that there will be food, drinks, music until 11:30, and then stick around tomorrow and Saturday. We're bringing you live team coverage from road closures to traffic. We're breaking down what you need to know to get ready.
New at noon, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Corey Sima, tracking showers and thunderstorms on First Alert Doppler HD. When the rain, storms, and severe weather tracking to your neighborhood next in the First Alert forecast.
The city says Jacksonville has the 3rd highest number of human trafficking cases in the state. What it's doing to change that coming up.
And cleaning up after a devastating tornado in Nashville, the criticism some neighbors have following the storm.
What to watch tonight, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
Welcome back, everyone. In the last 2 hours, Jacksonville's mayor took a stance against human trafficking by signing a new bill into law. New at noon, Action News Jack's Amber Kriska explains how it affects local businesses.
The mayor says Jacksonville has the third highest number of human trafficking cases in the state. According to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, victims of sex trafficking are often recruited to work in strip clubs. The mayor says he believes this new bill would change that. Under this new bill, it will require work identification cards for all performers in the adult entertainment establishments, and it will raise the minimum age for dancers from 18 to 21. This bill will also give survivors of trafficking a larger voice through a sex trafficking leadership council. They are hoping more survivors will reach out.
But it also holds the managers and the owners of the clubs accountable for what's going on in their clubs. And this is really important because if we are really going to curb sex trafficking and commercial sex in our county, we really need to focus on the demand.
Now, under this new ordinance, there will be training for hotel staff and employees at gas stations to help them recognize the signs of human trafficking. Now, in the last hour, I talked to a general manager of a strip club. Why he doesn't believe this age requirement will help any, and I'm also working to talk to a survivor. I'll have that all new at 5. Reporting downtown, Amber Kriska, CBS47 Fox 30 Action News Jax.
We are getting a closer look now at the devastating damage our neighbors to the northwest of us suffered in Tennessee from tornadoes. This is the cleanup in Nashville. Right now, there's criticism surrounding the tornado warning system in the rural parts of Tennessee. Some families here say that they weren't alerted about the storm. A woman who lost her dog in the tornadoes say that maternal possessions mean nothing to her. Material.
Not sure how we survived and other people didn't. But happy, sad.
Police say at least 24 people are dead following the storm. This includes 5 children under the ages of 13.
Now, certified Jacksonville's most accurate forecast. Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
A little bit of rain popping on First Alert Doppler HD this noon. Some widely scattered activity in northeast Florida. You see a lot of color up in southeast Georgia. So let's start here in Duval. A couple isolated showers on the west side, trying to reach up toward Riverside and Avondale, and then some more widely scattered showers along the coast near Beach Boulevard and just north of Little Talbot Island. This clump of showers extends back into central Clay County. Just some hit or miss widely scattered showers headed for downtown at about 12:25. Nocatee 12:27, Atlantic Beach and Jacksonville's beaches at 12:38, and Black Hammock Island at 12:48. So let's take a live look outside our downtown tower camera, part of the First Alert Skycam network. There are some low, dark-looking clouds here, even what looks to be some haze or some rain there on the left-hand side of the screen as we get toward the west side in Clay County. As we move a little bit farther inland in northeast Florida, some showers in northern central Columbia and northern Baker County. Headed for Fargo at 12:21, St. George 12:35, there's Toledo 12:38, Folkestone at 12:53. If you're headed westbound on I-10 over the next hour or so, you will be dealing with some of those hit or miss showers. Then the rain gets heavy as we move into Waycross, zooming down to street level mapping, getting some streets on here. There is Brunell Street out of downtown Waycross, Albany Avenue. There is US 1 where it curves around at State Road 38 on the west side of town. Even some lightning strikes that are popping on First Alert Doppler HD. This shower headed for Blackshear, Patterson, and Nahunta. Blackshear at 12:20, Patterson 12:30, and Nahunta by 12:38. Hour by hour, here's where the rain is now. You can see that green extending all the way across Duval and portions of Nassau and Clay County. As we go through this afternoon, the light green kind of stays put here south of I-10. That is for an isolated to widely scattered shower. Most of the rain, though, is going to be up in southeast Georgia. As we roll into the evening commute, you see most of the rain still west of I-95, with most of the heavy rain up in southeast Georgia. So if you are headed on I-95 into southeast Georgia this evening, you'll be dealing with some moderate to heavy showers and storms, some of which will have gusty winds. By 8 p.m., the rain starts to leave Duval and St. Johns County, and by midnight tonight, the rain clears us. There may be an isolated shower or two left over with this activity. But we clear things out for your morning commute on Friday, and it gets cooler. The First Alert 7-day forecast has your weekend always in view. And before that, your Friday afternoon highs only in the 60s, and the morning lows dip down into the 30s on Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget to set your clocks forward Saturday night as we spring forward. Then it feels like spring. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, mid to upper 70s and low 80s while we stay dry. Don't forget you can download the Action News Jax First Alert weather app to receive heavy rain and severe weather notifications. And join the Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish today at 5 p.m. tracking the storms on CBS 47 Fox 30.
From the River City to Harvard, the accomplishments these local teens receive before even graduating from high school.
Netflix is saying no to a major festival, the threat the company is trying to avoid.
Hey Jacksonville, a new segment called Local Steals and Deals is coming to CBS 47, and it's all about showing you new products at big savings. So grab your phone and text the word CBS 47 to phone number 65,000, and I'll send you everything you need to get the most exclusive deals in town. That's CBS 47 to phone number 65,000 and be the first to know.
New this noon, because of global concerns about the coronavirus, Netflix is pulling out of a major music and film festival. Organizers say they don't have plans to cancel South by Southwest despite the potential health threat. It's scheduled to start next Friday in Austin, Texas. South by Southwest is an annual conference that combines music, technology, media, and film. Netflix offered no statement about its decision to pull out.
Some local young men are now back from Harvard University after presenting a manuscript at a conference there. And those men will soon be published authors, too. Action News Jax told you Monday when they made the trip to Harvard, they presented a 25-page manuscript called The EVAC Story, Why Youth Storytelling is Powerful. They're part of an EVAC movement, which is a youth-led community working to destigmatize society's perception of African-American teens. Coming up on CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax at 5, the state says thousands of local kids are not ready for kindergarten, and they're being failed by the VPK system. Action News Jax investigates controversial testing and how to make sure your child will be ready for school.
And a final look at First Alert Doppler HD. Widely scattered showers in northeast Florida. Some heavier rain in southeast Georgia with showers and storms through tonight. Then it's colder.
Gonna have to stay dry today.
Stay dry.
Have a good day,
Make sure
everyone.
you have our mobile app.
Yes.
Wynar's next.